Okay, we're ready to roll? Okay, good morning, everyone. I am Peter Zanoni, the City Manager for the City of Corpus Christi, and I want to thank you for joining us today for this very important announcement. As you know, we have a big operation, the City of Corpus Christi. We have 29 operating departments, and fire department is one of those departments, and for each one of our areas of business, we have a leader. And in this case today, we're here to talk to the community of our appointment of our new fire chief. We know that public safety is one of our most important services that we provide in our community. And so the appointment of our new fire chief is of utmost importance. This is a huge announcement, a huge event today. We also know that state law requires our city council to confirm the city manager's appointment of fire chief, and that will take place next Tuesday. We're here today as the beginning of a multiple-pronged effort to communicate to the community, the mayor and city council, our firefighters, of the appointment of our new fire chief. And I want to spend some time this morning talking to the community and our firefighters and our whole organization about how we came to this point to appoint a new fire chief. So as many of you know, Fire Chief Robert Rocha served this great city for 11 years. And recently he announced his retirement and left our city organization to take it easy in retirement. We immediately initiated a national recruitment effort that included looking nationally within the state of Texas and here within our own city for the replacement. We did use help. We often use a recruiting firm, and in this case, we used Emergency Services Consulting International. They are a recruitment firm that is a division of the National Fire Chiefs Association. So they know a lot about firefighting and fire personnel. They are the International Fire Association Chiefs is a national leader in fire, EMS, and law enforcement consulting with over 40 years of experience. So we know how to recruit people, but a position this important, we wanted to get the experts to help us, and so we brought in this recruitment firm. Throughout the recruitment process, one thing was very clear, and that was that we had tremendous excitement across the nation about who wanted to be our next fire chief. And that's not because it's a job or a paying job. That's because we have a great firefighting operation here in Corpus Christi, and they know it. They know it in Texas. They know it across the country. And so many professionals said, this is a great opportunity to continue my career. I want to be that next chief. And that's great. That speaks a lot for our firefighters that lead our department today and that serve this community. So within a few weeks, a little over a month, we had over 30 candidates who expressed interest through our recruitment firm. We narrowed that 30 number down to a manageable 9 who we interviewed in a short interview to narrow it down even further so that we could have some pretty intense interviews with some finalists. So we went from 30 qualified candidates to 9, then down to 4, where just recently, last week, we conducted extensive interviews of those 4 finalists throughout the entire day. The finalists met with numerous panels, a total of 4 that day alone. There were 2 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, which included myself and some of my teammates, and then the community. We had a community effort as well, a community engagement session at the convention center. One of the most important panels, though, in the 7 through the entire process was our firefighters. We put together a frontline firefighter panel that included 6 firefighter professionals and 1 civilian employee, including frontline firefighters, firefighter 2s, a captain, and one of our battalion chiefs. And I want to thank them. I'm not sure if any of them are behind me here today. But in all of the dialogue and of all the analysis, for me as a city manager, what resonated most and what I knew would resonate most is what the firefighters said. That was highly critical to make sure that we selected that person that they thought was the best to lead them and lead our department forward. So also joining me in the interview process, and a key thing to focus on this morning, is our firefighters union, our Corpus Christi Professional Local 936 Firefighters Association. Here with me today is Johnny Stobbs. Johnny, where are you? There we are. Johnny Stobbs, who is the union president. And not only are we a great firefighting company, but quite unique to this profession is that we have a great working relationship with our firefighters' professional union. Their job is to help firefighters with wages and benefits and safety, and they do a great job on that. Our job as city officials is to work with the union and have a collaborative, amicable working relationship that's productive. And we can't say, unfortunately, that that's true across the country, but it is here. That's why it was important for me to have Johnny Stobbs on my panel. He was on the city manager's panel, vetting the candidates. So it's this tremendous working relationship that we have with the fire union that's important. We value it. We want to continue it. And the selection of our next fire chief, that was one of the weighing criteria. Is this fire chief somebody that's going to continue that great working and positive relationship? Or are they going to just marginally continue it or make it not good? And so we wanted to make sure that the person we selected continued to develop that strong relationship that we have today. The city's focus on inclusivity, transparency, being open, working as a team, those are some of our core values: transparency, inclusivity, working as a team. And that was something that we used in this interview process. And so as I mentioned, 7 different panels we used to select our new fire chief. And right now I'm happy to announce that Brandon Wade, our new fire chief, as recommended by the city manager, will present at the council, will be our next fire chief. Brandon Wade, he is an assistant chief in the city of Austin today, and I want to talk to you a little bit now about his background. So Assistant Chief Wade is an assistant chief in the Fire Austin Department. He has a 24-year-long career in firefighting. He began in Austin in 1998. Today he's one of Austin's assistant fire chiefs, and Chief Wade has had a tremendous workload and his responsibilities in the Austin Fire Department, and he's also had some distinguished awards and medals that he's won through his time. Let me tell you about what he does today. So today, Chief Wade is over one of the biggest, or probably the biggest division in the Austin firefighting operation, which is their operations division, also known as their emergency response division. There, he oversees 900 uniformed personnel. That's about double the number of our firefighters. He also oversees 51 fire stations in Austin today. We have 18. So his span of control, his amount of responsibility is significant, it's huge. We always compare ourselves to the 7 cities above us, and so if you think of the big 8, Austin's number 4 in population. So it's a big city, big fire department. We're excited that he's going to bring that experience here to this great city, the city of Corpus Christi. Chief Wade has served as the Chief of Homeland Security and Special Operations in Austin. He was responsible for strategic planning and fiscal management for an annual budget for their department of $145 million. He has coordinated the fire department's modifications and staffing and in their protocols when they had to deal with COVID-19. He was the go-to lead person to do that. He is responsible not only for the city of Austin's responses, but also for a regional coordination with 16 agencies in the Austin area. He's the lead of all those 16 agencies responding to situations in the region. Now, Brandon has several certifications and awards as well. He has spoken and most likely will continue to do so at national conferences. Through his 24-year career with the Austin Fire Department, he has held every rank in that department. Started as a firefighter, moved up in every rank to become assistant. Communications and dispatch, he's overseen that. He's overseen medical operations. He's overseen recruiting, important things like fleet and fleet management. Also has overseen Austin's special operations, including hazardous material, technical response, and water rescue. So you can see a 24-year demonstrated career of honor, which is rare in giving those out. The mayor gives them out for a very heroic story he told us in his interview. That is the highest award you can receive in that department. It's a really tough. Includes an associate's degree in fire science and a bachelor's of applied science and emergency management from West Texas A&M University in Canyon, Texas. So one thing that's not on his resume work for us, they're behind me today, some of them from Fire Station 1. We wanted a leader that can inspire young firefighters, cadets, that it is a great thing to go to work every day, that this is a great job, a great profession, that we care about the community, that we care about making ourselves better as firefighter professionals, that we care about making sure our community's safe and that our community knows we're here for them. That takes inspiration. That takes somebody with charisma to demonstrate that to their employees. And so that's the final thing I'd like to say about Chief Wade is he has that. That's not something everybody has, and it's not something necessarily that you can learn. It's an innate skill. And that was a big get to today's recommendation. We're excited about Chief Wade joining our firefighter as our chief. I'm excited about the firefighters behind me, that they'll have a leader that will help carry their careers forward. And I'm excited about having a leader who's going to protect our community from some of the most dangerous and frightful situations that can confront us in our community. So thank you for being here today. We'll have more to talk about, and Chief Wade will be here next Tuesday at City Council. The items have been placed on the City Council's agenda for their confirmation. I'm here, and several of my teammates are here as well if anybody has any questions. Thank you.